There we are. I am live. Perfect. Good morning, everyone. This is Sue from Sue's Paper Creations, and I want to welcome you to my Sunday Step Up Design live. I am running a little, was running a few minutes late this morning. I was trying to actually decide what embellishments I was going to use to step up our card today for our Sunday morning step up. So for those of you that are just joining in, I'm going to give it a couple minutes to kind of get everybody in and make sure I am live in the right spot. So I am live right now on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you're watching in either place, I want you to pop on in, say hello, and let me know where you are watching from. I am excited to be here with you today, and I am coming to you from Victoria, BC, British Columbia, where today it looks like we have sunshine out there, so I'm excited about that. Oh, good. I've got some people that are popping on live. Excellent. Okay, this is good. We're in the right spot at the right time. Awesome. So for today, we are going to do our Sunday morning step up, which means we are going to start with a very basic design. And then we are going to take that design. We are going to add today some texture. We are going to add some die cutting and layers. And we are going to take that design to a couple different levels. So what today is going to show you is it's going to show you how you can take those extra little steps if you want to start kind of advancing your card making ever so slightly, and or if you want to do it a lot. I'm going to show you both versions today. We're going to make 3 cards. So I think you're really going to enjoy this, and I do hope that you will be learning a few tips from me today. Okay, that's always my goal. So I am going to remind you, of course, we have got just a couple deals that are on right now for the month of June. We're getting to the end of June, so if you want to grab some beautiful papers, you definitely want to do that now because they are on sale 15% off. If you have a lot of products that you love and you want to grab that starter kit and basically get $206 worth of products for just $135, and you don't have to pay shipping, so you save about $100, and you get to be part of my Stamp It Canadian team, which we do lots of fun stuff. It's a great group, and there's always no pressure. We are just just a fun group that likes to get creative together. So you have got that option too, so just let me know. All right, I am going to bring you down to my desktop, and we are going to get started with creating today. I'm going to pull you out a little bit there. Perfect. I was also playing with my lighting a little bit before you got on. I wanted it to be a little brighter for you today, but not too crazy. So hopefully it is all good. All right, so for today, we are going to be using the Gorgeously Made bundle. I guess if you tuned in on my Thursday morning really early at 6:30, I do like 5-minute cards now, which is a great also live to kind of to put onto your schedule, because in that live I show you how you can make some really quick and easy cards that look beautiful, and we always need those too, right? So I'm going to show you the cards that I made on Thursday morning, because I did use this bundle. Okay, I used the stamp set. I shouldn't say the bundle because I just used the stamp set. And today we are taking it to a totally different look with a different color theme, and we are bringing in these gorgeous dies, which are like standalone dies because you can use them for any card. So I was excited to use these, and they are gorgeous, as you will see. But these are, we did a little chop and shuffle. So these are the papers that come with this suite, And you can see they're very bright and bold. These were our cards for our quick cards. They're very bright and bold, and I wanted to do a totally different look for today, just to show you the versatility in just using the bundle. So we're gonna do that. I do have, first of all, I think we need to give away, let me just switch my screen here. There I am in the corner, because I am excited. We are going to give away a fun fold kit for those who happen to tune in. I got my little tin ready. Happen to tune in on Thursday morning. Your name, if you did a comment, if you shared, your name went in my new, that I'm using this tin. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this tin, but I'm using this little tin now for my draws, and your name went in here, and someone is going to get a free fun fold class. So I'm going to do the same today, except for I'm going to tell you in a little bit, you are going to get an amazing $45 kit for today. If you share this video, you are going to get your name in on that draw, and I'm going to show you what you're going to get. It's going to be amazing. Okay. All right, so I've got the names in here. Oh, fudge. Okay, you're right. You saw that, Krista. So one of my team members, amazing lady, Happy Stamping with Hetty, Heather Lamb McCullen, she went to Scotland and she brought me back this tin. Well, it was amazing fudge, and it didn't last long, right? But I saw the empty tin up there. I could not, you know, get rid of the tin because it's amazing. So it's going to be my new draw tin. So Heather, if you see this video, I ate the fudge. It was amazing. And now I'm using it as my draw tin. So here we go. All right. It is a cool tin, isn't it? All right. So the winner of this kit is Barb Donald. So if you are watching this morning, you are going to get this fun fold kit. I'm excited. And I have a video all ready to go with it. And I also have, I know you've been wanting a catalog. I've got a catalog for you too. So I will get all of that to you. Congratulations, Barb. Let's give a little round of applause for that one. Okay, so we are going to get going, and we're going to get stamping. And we're going to start with a very simple design, and we're going to step it up. Okay, so for the simple design, I am going to just use ink, and I'm going to use a stamp set, and we're going to use cardstock. Okay, so we are going to get going with the simple design, and then we're stepping it up. We're going to use the dies. We are going to bring in, well, embellishments we use for any card, right? But we are definitely going to get, use these, and we're going to pick some different ribbons, and you guys will see. So as I was saying, totally different color theme for today. I have to show you it because I was so excited for this one. It's so different. We are going to use crumb cake. We are going to use a brand new color. This is Pebble Path. It's so rich and beautiful. We are going to use vanilla for a change. And then, are you ready for a pop of color? We are going to use Coastal Cabana. So this is going to be our feel for our card today. It is a lot different than this, right? So you can definitely use some of the bright papers that coordinate in that suite, but you can also tone it down and make something a little bit more elegant, which is what we're going for today. Okay, so those are the colors. I'm going to bring in my card base, and I'm going to bring in a little layer. We are going to go tone on tone for our layers today. I'm going to be stamping, of course, in the Pebble Path. I've got my crumb cake, and I've got my Coastal Cabana. Okay, so I think that you're going to love the look of this card. For embellishments, I'm not really sure yet. We're going to see as we go. It was really hard for me to be able to choose, but I've got two different ones out here. I've got the Sparkle Gems, which are gorgeous, and they kind of have that darker color in them, which I think will look beautiful. And then I've got these ones, which are the ombre matte ones, and it's got the Coastal Cabana. So you guys are going to have to help me out. Maybe if we're stepped up, we might go a little extra sparkle. I don't know. We'll see, right? We're going to see as we go. All right. So I've mounted my stamps, and I have got my ink pads ready to go. I'm going to bring in our stamps here. So again, these are the ones that are in the kit, and we're just going to do some beautiful, just easy stamping. Okay. All right, this is like, you can't get more basic than this. I've got a regular card base. I have got this one, which a lot of people trim down to just 4 by 5 1/4. I like to do just a little bit more because I like to have that tiny, tiny bit of extra matting. So I do an extra 1/8 of an inch. So we've got 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Okay. Look at you guys. Thank you so much for sharing. That really helps me out, and it's going to get you into the kit. And what I'm going to be giving away, and I'll show you all of the pieces in it, but it is actually going to be August's club class. So the club kit class, and you can join me for the class. The class is normally $45, and you get $25 worth of product in it. You get to make 8 cards. That is what I'm going to be giving away for those who share or tag a friend today. Okay, so if you want to grab that, that's what we're giving away. I'm excited. Okay, so I'm going to start with a little bit of texture in the background for this. All right, so we're going to just do, again, tone on tone. And we are using, I love it when they have kind of, I call them gorgeous. We used to have a stamp set, and some of you may remember this. We had a stamp set called Gorgeous Grunge. Remember that? It was like one of our best stamp sets of the past. And these type of stamps remind me of that. So this is, it adds just a little bit of background, kind of, I guess you could say, grunge to it. It's very pretty, but it adds just a little bit of texture. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in this one here as well, and we are going to just add, again, I'm using the same, and I'm just going to add just a little bit across here. Okay, so we're just adding that little bit of grunge to the backdrop. Okay, so this is kind of more kind of elegant type of card. You know what? Simple is also ripping, right? So as I go, I'm thinking I'm going to, yeah, I am. I'm going to rip the bottom just to add a little bit extra. Why not? Let's do that. I think I like that edge. Okay. Now we're going to get into some of our gorgeous stamping. And I'm going to just take this one here, I think. And this is the Pebble Path. So it is quite a dark color. It is gorgeous. It's very, very rich color. And I'm just going to add just a couple sprigs on here. We're going to do one there. You can see how it's just going to kind of bounce off. And then we're going to do, actually I'm going to do one full strength over here. Like that. So pretty. Okay, and then we're going to take our Coastal Cabana, which is our beautiful pop of blue, and we are going to, I love this one. This is a very pretty stamp, and we're going to add our Coastal Cabana. Isn't that pretty? It's gorgeous. And we're going to do another one. I'm going to do it up a little higher, just like that. Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to add, I think, a little bit of color to this with a little bit of shading. I'm going to grab one little, let's see there. I'm going to bring in, I think, a little hue of the Coastal Cabana, just to kind of brighten this up a little tiny bit. So we're gonna just add, I gotta get this one going. These are the cute little mini brushes. Oh my gosh, they are so cute. But I'm gonna add just a little hue of that blue, and I'm going to add just a tiny bit just around the edges, because that will help define our backdrop, which is our card base, and it will also bring out the tear a little bit, just like that. There. So it's going to define those edges, and it's going to pop it off of your basic card base. So see how that does that? It just defines it just a little bit. So again, we're staying very neutral, very basic card, but pretty, right? And the colors, sometimes it's just the right color combination with a pop of color that makes the card. Talking about that, we need to decide our embellishments, and I think I'm going to add a little ribbon. I've got to decide what I'm going to do, and we need to do a little greeting. So for this one, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stamp our greeting up in the corner. We're going to keep it really basic, no extra layers, because we are going to be stepping it up quite a bit today. I'm going to see quite a difference. So I think I'm going to just do, I like to use my grid paper sometimes to line up. And I've got this blank area up here. So we're going to do just a nice little thank you. I think that's all we need on that. Okay. Then, you know what? We could fade in the thank you too. No, let's not push it. I'm wanting to step things up already. See? I have a hard time with simple. All right. Then we're going to bring in a little bit of, I think I'm going to go with a darker twine just because this has a natural feel. So this is our In Colors, and it is the jute twine. So it's a little bit thicker, but I think that will be perfect for what we want today. And I'm going to tie it just around this layer because I'm going to pop it up a little bit. Okay, let's get out our scissors. We'll watch the replay. Excellent, Kathy. It will be on here for you, or you can find it also just on my YouTube channel too, so you can find it wherever. Yep, either one. Okay, so let's do a little bit of jute twine. I think I'm going to do a bow here, and then I'm going to pop this up and add some embellishments. See if I can get it through. There we go. Nope, not quite. Got to get my fingers warmed up this morning. So this morning I was up fairly early again. I am, even though I don't do my step up to 9 on Sundays, I like to give you guys a chance to sleep in. I never sleep in, but or rarely sleep in. I was up still at 6 o'clock this morning. Having a little bit, I had a little exercise this morning, which is always good because I find that kind of clears my mind and gets it ready to get creative. There, I think that's perfect. That little bow just adds the perfect touch of darkness to the card with that gorgeous rich color. So again, that's the Pebble Path. It's so pretty, right? Yeah. Oh, I laugh at that, Pat, because sometimes my bows are not, it takes me, I'm surprised at how they work out sometimes. That one worked out quite well, I must say. You know what, sometimes it's also, it helps if you have a little bit of curl from the spool of the twine, I find too. It just makes it just lay perfectly. Okay, we need a little bit of embellishments, right? Okay. So yeah, I clear my mind with a little bit of exercising, stretching, and then it just lets the creativity in. That's the plan. Okay. Whew. I think I'm going to go with the light blue for this one. Okay, what do we think? I know you guys are going to be like, no, use the sparkle. Okay, let's have a look at the sparkle. A little bit of the sparkle. You'll have to let me know. Do I use the sparkle or do I use the Coastal Cabana? I think I'm going to go, because this is simple, maybe it needs a little extra sparkle. What do we think? I think we might. So I'm going to go with the sparkle. Oh, see? There you go. You're with me, Elizabeth. Sparkle it is. Okay, so I think we will go the dark sparkle because it kind of goes with what's going on here. Okay, so let's see here. Sparkle. Did I put my layer on crooked? You guys didn't tell me. I did. I will straighten that out later because I just need to do that. But I think I love the sparkle. We're going to go 1, 2. We're going to go 1 down here. 3. I like to work in 5. So we're going to do 1 here. And we're going to do 1 on the base of the card too. Okay. So there is a little bit of sparkle. I like that. It really pops out and shows well. I will rejig that. Oh my goodness, that layer. How did that happen? Must have been distracted by the sparkle. Okay, that is our baseline card. Okay, love it. Okay, so now you can feel the color combination that we are going with. Kind of a little more elegant today. We are going to bring in another card base. And we're going to bring in a couple more elements. It's going to be exciting. Okay, card base, always the same. Okay, now I want you guys to have a look at these dies here because I'm starting off with some dies for sure. In fact, I've already done the cutting because I wanted to be able to get to all of my step ups that I want to do today. So I have used this one here. This is why this is great, just having as a separate die set, even with or without the stamps. But this one here I used to create this edge here. Okay, then I did this one here on the bottom, which gave me this kind of cool looking raw edge as well. Love that. Okay, so that is how we're stepping up this layer a little bit. We are going to add, of course, a little bit of color. When we add the color now, though, I'm going to rub it along the stitching and the edge here, and it's going to bring these details out. We're going to stamp in the background just a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to bring out some layering dies that you guys are going to, oh my goodness, you're going to fall in love with them as much as I did this morning, because this is the first time I'd actually cut the 2 sprigs that are in this die set. And I mean, it says it in the word, gorgeously made. They are indeed. Okay, so we're going to go around the edges. I'd start with that. And we're going to just go like so. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of color in the backdrop too. Just a little bit. And I'm actually going to just take my nail and I'm going to this is something that you can do on your edges. I mean, there's tools that you can get for this too, but I mean, you got fingers. Let's just roughen it up with my fingernail just a little bit, and then add a little bit more color. Just adds a little bit more grit to that edge, and you can do that to all the edges if you wanted. Okay, or take the edge of your scissors. All right, so we got our little hue of blue. Okay, so now we're going in with just a little bit of grunge. So I'm going to tone it down ever so slightly because we are going to be adding some gorgeous dies on top, and I want them to also stand out as well. Okay. All right, so let's just do a little bit like that. why not? We'll do one of these. Just one. Down here maybe. Or maybe we'll do it this way. Oh, yeah, we will. We're going to switch it this way. Okay. We're going to go like that. Ooh, that I like better. Okay, so we're just switching that up too. Okay, they are very cool. Okay, now I'm going to take this, and I am going to still use this dark sprig in the background. I think I'm going to tone it down slightly though, again, because we've got some beautiful stuff that's going to be coming up. I'll do a darker one there. Okay, oh, I did the same color. That's not what I wanted to do. I want the darker color. That's why it wasn't popping. That's okay. We will add this one over top here like this. I'm not going to fret it. Don't fret it. Just add a little bit more texture. That works. Okay, now I'm not going to add the blue there because I'm going to bring in the blue in the dies. Okay, so that's what we've got there. Are you ready to see these gorgeous dies? Look at that. So pretty. And I have to decide if I'm going to, and then this is the other die. So I'm just going to hold these up so you can see the detail in them. So what I love about these is, I mean, it's a gorgeous shape that you can add to any card as a backdrop. But I love that they have these, see the little little cut detail in there? That is what makes these so, well, gorgeous. That's why they're called Gorgeously Made. And same with this one. It doesn't cut out the shapes completely. It leaves that little tiny bit in there that has the detailed cut lines in there. So pretty. So we are going to add those. Now I have to decide if I might want both, but I've also done one in the vanilla, right? So this is the decision that we make. I kind of like the vanilla on there, just for this one. We might use the dark one on the other, but I think the vanilla pops nice and lightens it up a little bit and makes it quite elegant. So I think I'm going to go with those two on there for this one. And then I have got it has this little kind of, again, the cut edge, right? And this is the other die that's in there. So even though there's only 5 dies in this set, you've got these gorgeous edging, you've got these dies, which are beautiful, and then you've got this kind of fun raw edge one that's going to go with the edge down here. Okay. All right, let's stamp our thank you. We're going to stamp that on there like that. So there is our thank you. And we are going to use our twine. I think we're going to tie our little bow here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these to the backdrop. So I kept the petal path in the stamping in the background so that that's still bringing in that really rich dark color. I'm going to see. I just thought that the vanilla popped a little bit more. Although this is pretty, I think this would look gorgeous if it was done on, if we did a card, which I think I'll post one with some opposite colors. And this would look beautiful on, look at that, on the Coastal Cabana. It would just look amazing. So I think I'm going to use that for the Coastal Cabana. Okay, now we're going to use this one here, and I'm going to lay it over top. And see, for this one, who knows what embellishments we're going to use yet. We might just use the blue. We'll See, I'm going to bring in, I think, another other color. So there is our gorgeous dies on there. Aren't they pretty? They layer up so nicely. I wanted to just bring in, because we are stepping it up, right? Just another layer underneath this. So I'm going to bring in, and I've got my cutter ready. I think I do. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to bring in some Coastal Cabana for our to go in behind. So I have got, this is from the Brights collection, our gorgeous papers, our DSP, and I'm going to bring this in. I want it to go just a tiny bit around the edge here of color, and then see this detail down at the bottom. So we're going to go in, and it's 4 1/4. We're going to do just 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, and that way we still have a little bit of that craft as kind of an extra layer. And I gotta let Jim, hold on, Jimmy. There. I was trying to hold off opening the door because our neighbors right now are they're building a shed, and so it's a little bit loud. So let's see how this is going to look. Oh, isn't that pretty? Having that little tiny bit of show through of that color. I think that's gorgeous. Okay. I love it. Look at hearts. Love it. Okay. So we're going to go this way here. And again, this is just ever so slightly smaller than our actual base, because I want to have that tiny bit of a crumb cake border on there. And then we're going to put this down just like that. And I think we need to get our twine, because I think the twine really brings that dark color out of the backdrop. Okay, so far. Okay, we're approving. Good. I am glad. For this though, you know what? I think I'm just going to do a bow. And I'm going to put it where those little sprigs, where they match up. So I'm just going to do a little bow for this one, just to make it a little bit different. The other one we needed a little more detail because it was just a basic design, but I think for this one we'll just do the bow just like that. Oh, perfect. Okay, so let's pop this up and add our bow and our embellishments, and I think we have stepped it up quite well for this, for round 2. I know they are gorgeous dies, right? I tell you, when you have beautiful dies like that, you don't need to do too much more. You let them just kind of show. All right, and I love that little bow there. Another perfect bow. Oh, thank you. Okay. There we go. We're going to put that right there. So pretty. Where did we put our little, here it is here, our little thank you. And we're going to put our thank you right up here. Now I have to decide what side I want to put this on. Or you know what? I'm going to bring it right down here. I think I like it down here better, because I don't want to cover up all the prettiness, but I want to kind of have a little detail, and I'm going to tuck it in behind the bow. I think that's what I'm going to do. Think that through for my next one, where I want that to be. I'm going to use a slightly longer greeting for my next one, so we'll use the larger greeting, but I'm going to tuck that just right there. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, now embellishments. Okay, so I'm going to try this one. No, I'm not. I'm going with a sparkle still. I love this dark sparkle. We're going to do 1, 2, and that way we're keeping it kind of similar, the same. I might take my pick tool is what I need. Let's see. Don't know where it is. There, we'll just go 1, 2. I think I'm going to have to get another one of the take my pick tools, because my problem is I work in a couple different stations as I prepare and as I go live, and of course I think I'm going to need one at each place. All right, so there is our stepped up card. So our basic stepped up card, love it. Okay, now we are going to just tweak it ever so slightly. We're not going to add too much more to it because I think it's pretty as it is, but we are going to bring in our card base. We are going to bring in, because I do love this layer, so let me just cut that, and we are definitely going to do that layer again because I do think it's quite pretty. Let's see. Okay, so we got that ready. I'm going to put that down, and then we're going to, I'm going to put that down like that. Perfect. Okay, so we have our base. Really do love this pattern for a lot of backdrops. We're going to bring in this piece now, and I'm going to do a little bit of stamping again in the background, and we're going to add a little texture to it. So that is going to be my main step up for this last card, is going to be adding a little bit of texture. Okay, and the reason why, I know you guys see me do this with other lives, the reason why is because I don't want you guys to be afraid of adding texture. Now I've got the wrong color again. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go back to this one. I don't want you guys to be afraid of adding texture over things that you have stamped, because it just adds that extra layer of depth. If you use a more basic or a not so busy texture, it really does look gorgeous. Okay, I think I'm going to go this way again. We're going to add a little more down here. Okay, so we do have a little bit of busyness there, but I think it's going to be okay to add just a little bit of texture too. I want to add my dark, get this one right at least, right? I'm going to add my dark sprig to here because I think that really looks pretty in the backdrop. I'm going to add another one down here. That's dark, love it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I need to move things aside because I'm going to bring in our machine and we are going to emboss this. Now I'm going to be using this little, it's a more subtle texture. It has a beautiful cross hatch to it, and I think that this will be perfect on here. So I'm going to just add that in. It does come in a pack of 3 actually textures. These are called the basic textures. So you have got this really cool polka dot, which is it's a rounded one. I love it. And then this cute little flower pattern too. So they are part of the online exclusive. So if you're looking for them, that's where you will find them. Okay, it's just online. Now let's bring in our texture and let's see what this does. You ready for it? So far we have added a little bit of shading. We have added some layers of die cuts and blended, of course, with our little blending brush. But see, look at that. Love it. So now I'm going to just kind of roughen up our edges here like this, and I'm going to do the same around these edges and around here like that. I'm going to add my blending over top. Oh, I'm excited. This is going to look good. Okay, what a difference, right? I know. And so sometimes when you stamp quite a bit on your backdrop, you think, well, you wouldn't think to add some texture over top, but it actually, even though it is busier in the sense that you're adding more, it adds more attention to the texture a little bit, if that makes sense, than what's stamping in the background, right? So now what I'm going to do, and this is why I wanted to wait till after the texture, is I'm going to add a little bit of that blue. And what it's going to do is it is going to cling more to the raised areas. So you're going to, again, we're pulling away from this background that we've created and making the background more subtle. We're bringing out texture for this last card, and it's going to make our die cuts really pop off of the texture, because the die cuts are so pretty that I wanted them to have an equally gorgeous backdrop. So we're just adding a little bit to the edges. Okay. See that? You guys see that? Beauty. So see how the blue picks up on the texture. So it really draws that texture out a little bit. Okay. All right. We are ready to bring in the die cuts now. And so now when we pop that on there, they really look amazing up against that texture. We're going to go like this. I love it. I'm going to try and pop this one out. I know it's fine, but I'm going to try and add some dimension to pop that blue one out this time. And we're going to put this one down flat. Where do I find those embossing folders? No, and that is a good question. So the embossing folders, so when you go through shopping and you usually do everything online. So when you go to the online store, they will be, they'll probably be in with the embossing folders on there. They are part of a online exclusive that we have got products. Okay, so they are on the online only, so you won't find them in the catalog. That's why I wanted to point that out. You won't find them in the catalog. You will find them only online. Oh my goodness, they're cutting things next door. Tell ya. All right. I guess they don't realize that it's crafting hour here at my house, that they're supposed to keep it quiet for us. They didn't get the memo. That's okay. I hope you guys can't hear the noise that I can hear. Just makes me laugh some days. All right, so I'm cutting these down nice and fine here. And I'm adding them to the back of this. Now, there's a little one here that didn't pop out yet. We got to get that out of there because we want that gorgeous detail. And got to strategically place this. I don't want it to show. That's the thing. Okay. So I am taking the time to cut this down because it's going to be worth it. I just want this to just pop out just slightly more. There, that's what I wanted. And this one here, more than the vanilla one. So I think that the vanilla is a nice choice with this card. We don't use vanilla enough, I find. Everything is always white, but for these rich colors and with the Coastal Cabana, this vanilla is looking beautiful. Okay, perfect. That pops it out just enough that it draws it up a little bit. Let's do our bow. The noise is a lot better than listening to Oh my goodness, Lynn. Oh, that would be a little bit noisy. Sometimes though, you know what? I miss we're talking about having little ones and the noise of little ones. Now that all my girls are all grown up, you miss that. So kind of got to embrace it while it's there. Okay. All right, my bow went funny. There you go. I'm off my groove of my good bows. Got to adjust a bit. There. There, that's good. Okay. So I'm loving this. I'm loving the texture, the shading. So pretty. All right, so we need to do a greeting, and I am going to do one, and I think I'm going to have it just come in off the side because I don't want to mess with this time. I'm going to just do a little hello because there's the cutest little hello in this set, and got my dimensional dot on there. So I'm going to do just a partial, use the die partially. So that's another thing, is you don't have to use your full die. You can always pop it off the edge like that. So I'm going to wait till it gets on the card base and then we'll figure that out. All right, so there is our texture. That looks great. Let's pop this all up, and vanilla and the crumb cake, they do go really well together. And I think it looks quite pretty with the Costa Cabana too. Okay. All right, so we are almost done our part 3 of our Sunday morning step up. Then we're going to pull in the other 2 and we're going to see where we started, where we ended up, and hopefully you have walked away with a couple great tips in which you can use to step up your cards, whether it's just a little bit of shading, adding that texture, really pops it up for sure. And I mean, the dies are gorgeous. They just are. Okay, you know what? I think I do want to trim it with this. There, I like that better. Yep. Okay, now we need to use our embellishments. We're gonna stick with our sparkle. I'm gonna need another package because I'm almost through all the dark sparkle ones, and they definitely, I'm gonna put one on there, one down there, going in a different direction now that I've got my greeting in a different spot. We're gonna go here, we're gonna bring it back here, and then we're gonna do one little one down this way. Okay. All right, so there is our final card. Look at that texture, the shading, very pretty. Okay. All right, so let's have a look. Let's pull them back in, because this is the fun part, is to see how you can take it from this. So let's have a look. We got to look individually, because individually they're both, well, all 3 of them are very pretty. And you know, with just the stamp set and the ink and the papers, this is what you can create, right? And it's very pretty. Sometimes it's just the color combination and tying in the right embellishments to pop and draw out the dark colors. Here, okay, we, you know, did some die cutting. We added this layer, and of course the gorgeous, well, gorgeously made is what they're called, gorgeously made dies. I mean, they do make an amazing difference. And then the difference between the 2 of them is just that texture. Okay. There we go. All right. So 1, 2, 3. There is your Sunday morning step up. Now, for those of you again who are sharing this video or tagging a friend in the comments to come check it out, I'm going to show you what you are going to get. your name into for a draw. Okay, so for the month of August, I am doing a fun stamp set. It is one of my favorites out of the catalog. That is just a stamp set because I love all the bundles. Bundles, they coordinate, they look amazing, but sometimes I just like to use a very pretty stamp set, and I can't find my little, there they are. Here's my friends, my coffee with friends, okay? Because, you know, sometimes you just need coffee with friends. So this is a beautiful, beautiful set. I love the cute little greetings. Sometimes you just have to reheat your coffee one more time and try again. You've got this, and coffee, thinking of you. Coffee with a friend is like happiness in a cup. Like, just great images as well. Okay, so for the month of August, which there is the link in the description to sign up for this class. It is in my all links. You just go there and you can sign up for the month of August until July the 10th is the cutoff. It's always the cutoff for my club classes is always the 10th of the month prior to. Okay, so this is for August. Your cutoff is going to be on July the 10th if you want to do this class. I know some of you guys have already jumped in and are ready to go for this class, but you are going to make 8 cards, 2 of each. So we've got 1, 2, and then I want to save these ones to last to show you because we're doing a couple fun folds, and because they have to do with coffee, there is going to be the option, of course, to do a gift card holder in there, so you can give away your Tim Hortons, your Starbucks, all that sort of stuff. And then this one is a little flip this way with a pocket. Again, you can put a gift card in there and you can put your little greeting on there. So this is going to be August card club class, and if you have shared or tagged a friend, what comes in the kit that you could win is everything to make your 8 cards. Okay, you get a half package of these amazing papers. Okay, so these ones here, so you get a half package there, so 12 6x12s. This is all from the suite, the same suite that has our Gorgeously Made. You are going to get a full package of embellishments in the kit. Okay, and you're going to get 5 yards of ribbon. So that's what I mean. It is going to be a $45 kit that someone could win. Okay, and I will do the draw. I like to do them on Sunday mornings. So next Sunday, if you tune in for my Sunday morning step up, I will be doing the draw live in my new little fudge little container here. Your names will all be in there. Okay, and I will be doing the draw for one of these kits. All right, if you happen to have already signed up for one of these kits, do not worry, I will give you credit for the month of September's kit, and you can get September's kit for as your prize rather than the August, because I know some of you watching have already signed up for this class. Okay, so for my club class. All right, so that is it. That's a wrap for Sunday morning step up. I hope you will join me for August club, and I hope you really loved these cards as much as I did. They are gorgeous with a Gorgeously Made. Like I said, doesn't matter what stamp sets you happen to mix and mingle with these dies. These are gorgeous dies, and they are in the annual catalog. If you do place an order of $50 and you use the host code that I've got in the description, then you get my Fun Fold class for free that I will end up doing next month. Okay, so I'm going to switch my camera so I can say goodbye. There we go. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you get creative today. So take some time, have a creative moment. Barb, I have got a kit for you that you won for today, so congratulations again, Barbara. And I have also got a catalog for you. Okay, so I can leave those out. You can pick them up. And I will see you bright and early, for those of you that are up early in the morning, bright and early on Thursday morning, 6:30, right here, okay, for my Thursday 5-minute cards. Often just uses 3 steps, only takes 5 minutes, and you can make a really cute card. So I'm going to do that on Thursday morning, and then I will be back here next Sunday again, same time, same place, with a whole other set of goodies here to show you some stepped up cards. Okay? All right, happy Sunday, and go have some fun. Bye for now.